Carlos. Hi. Documentamos, welcome. Marlene Jimmy, welcome. Beautiful afternoon in Tokyo here. It's raining on and off. Tomorrow will be hot. Very, very hot. 28 degrees Celsius. Right now it's not sure, 18 maybe, which isn't bad. Julianes, buenas tardes. Welcome to the wind and some rain. Dangerous place under the tree. Two dangerous places. I think it's maybe branch that might fall. Day is so busy. But it's Friday, Julianes. Hora Loca is coming. Very close. Today is so nice, not cold, a little bit rainy. Tomorrow is gonna be a heat shocker. It's gonna be 28 degrees Celsius. Absolute blast of the sun and summer. And I really want to go geocaching, but I'm scared of, getting heat stroke. I'm currently peeling off some mangoes and I'm thinking either make juice or ice cream. Oh my gosh! Oh, ice cream. I would go for ice cream. Oh, so many mangoes, man. I so much love that video of the turtles eating those mangoes. So unbelievable. Like in Japan, mango is like, luxury fruit. And no one would give it to a turtle. And they were eating it so fast. They really liked it. Gordita weekend, yes. Look at this. Cherry blossoms are down. The cherry blossom season has ended. There's some on the tree still, but I think most of them have fallen down. At least for these species. There's one over there which looks gorgeous. You can see already green leaves there. Ice cream, ice cream. I'm bringing my spoon over. And a bowl. Waffle cone. Ice cream. I went to Yokohama, what was it? 3 weeks ago, and on one of the islands there is a shopping mall, and they had a place there with Korean yogurt. Yes. Oh, bee is flying here. Korean yogurt. And one of the ingredients, you could choose different toppings, but one of the toppings was the honey plaster, the wax with honey inside. And it was so good with that yogurt ice cream. Oh, so good. It was heaven, when I was eating that. They're expensive, yeah. Yeah. And I looked at my ants. They seem to be waking up. They know it's spring. Officially now. We'll see. I got a pack of mealworms for them. I've fed them already twice. I don't want to feed them too much, because then it's too much food, which will spoil. Oh, this is pretty. Look at that. Magenta. Wow. Beautiful. And there are so many different mangoes. I saw the other day in the grocery store mango from Taiwan. There were these long, thinner types, and the color wasn't so. It was kind of pale yellowish, more whitish probably. But I remember I have eaten Mount Fuji. I've eaten different kinds before. Oh. Fence is falling from the wind. How many worms? Like one worm that I slice in 4 pieces because I have 4 nests, and that's it. But the worm is like this long, a centimeter and a half, or I don't think it's 2 centimeters even. And then I give them like a tiny drop of honey, and of course they ignore the worm and they go for the honey first always. I think after they gorge themselves with the honey, maybe they come back for the worm. Sometimes I can see them moving away the piece of worm, like into their nest, stashing it there. So definitely there's some activity. Gentleman Ghost, welcome. Did I miss you saying you have a free apartment in Tokyo? What, free? Wish. Man, Tokyo is actually Tokyo is affordable. You like any person can exist here, unlike Canada, where you cannot rent even in any big major city there. Do you add extra warm to your breakfast for I was once growing these mealworms, and then I fried them too on oil. But man, I think for extra protein you would need a lot of worms. I guess I don't think it was my thing. But I heard, like hedgehogs or some other pets, they love these things. They will just eat them like crazy. Wow, I cannot believe tomorrow will be 28, scorching heat. Unbelievable. Now it's like I'm wearing jeans, but tomorrow there's no way I can wear jeans. I have to have like shorts and the thinnest t-shirt possible. In Thailand, I saw a few outside vendors selling insects. Oh, yeah, in Japan, the most popular insects are inago. What are they called? Like, they are a kind of a grasshopper, which are preserved in soya sauce and sugar, and you eat them with rice. This stuff you can buy sometimes at some places, but no, not the Thailand stuff. The Thailand stuff is so exotic. I think they have the most of insects to eat. Yeah, it's exciting. The future food after Fallout happens. By the way, did you see the Fallout series? I think I finished that episode. What is it, second season, or did it finish? Or did they pause in the middle? I don't remember anymore, but I was watching it. Windy, fresh leaves and fresh flowers. go on a bicycle, but I'm scared because, you know, when you go from cold, like right now, straight to 28, there's something in your body that revolts, and you get headache and heat stroke, and you know, you get this shock, thermal shock, because usually the temperatures change gradually, so you can get used to the very hot summer. But in that kind of case, it's a little bit scary, so I am concerned. I have to put tons of sunscreen on myself. Oh, the Chernobyl series, man, I lived through that stuff. I was a kid when that exploded, and the communists hid all the truth away from people. But it's a good series, worth watching. I liked it. And after we finished Chernobyl, there is another series called The Lead Children on Netflix. It's about the pollution in southern Poland, where the factories created so much lead pollution around that people were getting sick, especially kids. Did they tell you to stay indoors? No, because you know what happened? The Soviet Union didn't say anything about it. The people at the border, I mean, at the border between the Soviet Union and Poland, there were Geiger counters, and of course, you know, there's some scientific place. It's probably some research institute that had them installed, and they realize, hey, the radioactivity is like through the roof. It's actually reached the limit of the Geiger counter, and they cannot measure anymore. It must be a malfunction. So no one knew, you know. I think it was right after like this, all the fallout came down, that something, you know, some rumor spread that the whole nuclear power plant blew up. Oh man, you will love the Chernobyl series. And of course, you know, everything got polluted. And I think later they finally told us not to go outside at all, and you had to get the iodine in the liquid just in case. But man, so much radiation. No one exactly knew how much, but I think a lot. So, yeah. Pollution, man, terrible pollution. And the cleanup of the Chernobyl, oh my gosh. Of course, it was all undercover, hidden. Like live people were going in there for like 5 minutes to clean up, and they got so much radioactivity in them that exceeded their whole life allowance, you know. And the whole thing was, you know, it blew up. It really blew up. All the graphite parts from the reactor that were holding the fuel rods. I think exposure for even 10 seconds was lethal if you were right there. And of course, taking any photos was also impossible because the radiation, even if you took photos from the helicopter, the radiation was so high that it would expose your film in the camera. I think there are some on the internet, some photos, and you can see like the really grainy, lucky photos that they were able to take. So many people died from radiation poisoning. They transported them to hospitals, and I think they didn't live even a day. Maybe a few days. Yeah, I know. Now it's all still radioactive there. And of course, they built a sarcophagus around that damaged plant to contain it. And of course, during the war, the Russians have damaged it. So who knows? There's probably some radioactivity leak out of that thing. Incredible. And now there is just no one lives there. You can imagine the whole neighborhood of multi-family blocks, apartments, condominiums. Everybody got evacuated from that area, and all that stuff is decaying little by little. Gosh, it's windy. That's not lightning, no. It's just strong wind. My gosh, it's really strong. Woo. My gosh. This thing's flying in the... Yeah, cloudy is good. Can't believe tomorrow will be hot. I think you can still go on a tour. Well, you were able to go on a tour of that Chernobyl town, but I think right now it's really dangerous because all the buildings are really collapsing. Whatever was there, 30 years ago, I don't think, like, there was a school and swimming pool. Those things are, I think, already covered by rubble. And of course you have to be really careful not to pick up anything, especially do not inhale dust or ingest it, because if you ingest something really radioactive, it's gonna give you cancer really fast, I guess, or who knows. Might be just in the unlucky spot picking something up, and you have to carry the Geiger counter just to make sure. I don't know how they decontaminated people back then. Maybe it's just a shower to wash off all the dirt. Geocache? Yeah, good question. I think that area is closed. And now it's a ward, so probably, yeah, a radioactive geocache. I'm gonna look it up and see. Geocache on a tree. Some trees are like that. They have fake name tags which contain the geocache. Whoa, beautiful flowers. Wow, it's really windy. This is gonna break some trees. We've got green light, green. Run. Ooh. Zelkova trees. I also enjoyed another type of, it's called a Werigo cache. it's like you have to download a special file, and you load that file in a special player, and when you go to the coordinates, that player will start playing. It's like click and point, kind of like like you play a game, but instead of playing on a computer, you are playing in the real environment. Oh, look at that plane, he's going upwind so slowly. He's like not moving at all almost. That's gonna be a bumpy ride. Bumpy ride, oh my gosh. Oh, so slow. Exciting. Tulips. It's the tulip season right now. Anybody inside? No bees. Oh, they trimmed these tiny bamboo grasses. Fukushima, I've been there, but only for skiing once. But I got influenza the next day. That's all for Fukushima for me. Yeah, there's still remembrance, like during this time right now, about that earthquake. That was something incredible, man. The ground was like here, like wave, like you could feel as if it's like moving like a goo. So much damage around, and of course those power plants got damaged. The hydrogen gas caused them to explode and remove the roofing from where the fuel is stored. Once you have that off, it flies with air and pollutes. So there was definitely water pollution. All the water was sold out. Yeah. Some fire in Tokyo port. On the other side of Tokyo, like the next prefecture, Chiba, their ground is unstable, and it's kind of like there's a gravel and sandy kind of earth. So when you have certain frequency of vibration, it starts liquefying, and instead of being solid, it just behaves like water and starts flowing. And if your house sits on that, woo! So there was some serious ground liquefaction. Nobody is doing barbecue today. Not even one person. Too crazy for the weather. Artemis 2, yeah, I saw the moon set, no, the Earth set, I think, which is so cool. Feels like, whoa, it feels like, wow, we're living over there, and over there is nothing. And it's so overwhelming. Yeah, I think I was looking at the moon in the morning today, and I was thinking, yeah, they're still floating back to Earth somewhere there. Too bad it's not visible. But He's gonna be famous when he comes back. Yeah. He's like the next Buzz Lightyear in the next Toy Story, probably. Kind of looks like one. Oh, look at that! One branch fell down. It says that there are no branches anywhere. Just this one. Oh, Christmas tree. They trimmed these trees a lot last year. So they kind of didn't start growing yet. Very, very low. Yeah, everything is trimmed for safety, like these trees too. If you let them grow, they just collapse and kill somebody or destroy somebody's car or house. Lots of money must be put into that maintenance. Guess Tokyo can afford it. This tree is getting bigger and bigger too. Stuff is growing. It's beautiful. Anyway, guys, I gotta get going. Thanks for coming, and wish me good luck tomorrow with geocaching. Hope I survive the hot temperatures. So take care and enjoy your future Friday. Yay! Bye for now, everyone.